Hi Libra, welcome to your monthly reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always check what feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of October, as usual, I have a special sales offer inspired in your current season, which is all about balance and relationship themes. So if you'd like to know more details about this sales offer, just check in the description box where you can also find the full list of current reading services I offer. And if you'd like to donate and support my channel, you can also do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So Libra, there's something about you, obviously, as we go deep into your season, that there's something about you that is being kind of here expressed in a very different, vibrant way. At least the way it comes across, the way it's exposed, the way it's received by your external reality seems to be quite surprising. It's almost like you're surprising yourself, you're surprising others, you're moving beyond, the own expectations that you had for yourself or that others had for you. It's like you're really stepping up here into a position, leveling up something about you and about your life that it's incredible. And I feel like it comes as a surprise. For some of you Libras, you have been on a difficult process for a while where perhaps this exuberance, this confidence, this vibration that it's colorful, that it's eccentric, that it's, loud and creative and dynamic has not been really a part of the picture. So coming out of that process you have been in and now exhibiting here traits of the Six of Wands where you feel confident, where you feel entitled to certain, conquers you're having in life. It's very interesting. I feel like some of you are finally embracing here the right that you have to something. And for some of you, it's this right of victory, is this right to claim a position in your life that you have been running from, dismissive of, sabotaging it in a certain way, especially when it comes to positions that own up to your own right of success, of notoriety, of a huge sense of support over what makes you truly be yourself. Meaning that this success that the Six of Wands is bringing, this victory, this confidence, this ability, this effortless actually ability to, to be noticed anywhere you go, to be noticed amongst others, to be seen as unique, to be even achieving your level of popularity. It's coming from a place of authenticity. So maybe before you couldn't get this. Maybe you craved this notoriety. Maybe you crave this success. Maybe you crave to be in certain positions you're about to enter. But you couldn't get it because there was something that was not coming from an authentic place. The difference here seems that after a while, a difficult process some of you have been in uncovering layers where you have been forging here your truth, where you have been faking it in certain ways. After uncovering here your own lies or your own deceptions, right? You're now ready to really be out there, doing your best work, being your best version that you can be, but coming from a true and honorable place. Hence the honors that are coming also towards your path. So we see here that the month of October already indicates that it's one filled with opportunities for you to get things that you want, for you to have an easy access to positions you desire, being in terms of work, finances, your family life, the way you want to establish yourself. There's something here about your name, your reputation, your status, that it's important. For some of you, this is about your urge to create a legacy. It's your urge to build something, again, a name for yourself, or to create here some sense of wanting to build here an empire, to be known for, but that also that you feel like it lingers on. So some of you, especially Libras that have children or that have even grandchildren here, for some of you, it's like there's this desire to leave something for them, for those generations that might come after you. And in that sense, many of you are very future oriented. Even for those of you that don't have children, that don't have that much focus on family matters, that you might start to look at your life and to look at the future a little bit in a different way. In the month of October, you might start to consider here with the Ten of Pentacles the long-term aspects of what you're setting yourself to do. And that's the thing also here, is that you want to ensure that the choices you make, the actions you take, what you get yourself into, especially during the month of October, is going to set the tone for those long-term plans and goals you have. So you don't want to waste. I feel like there's some of you here that there's that feeling of you don't want to waste another minute. You don't want to waste anything. You are tired of actually feeling the waste. So the waste of time, the waste of resources, the waste of the feeling here is that whatever waste you consider to be one of the reasons condemning you to not be, where you would like to be already. I do feel like there are some of you Libras here that might be a little bit critical towards yourselves during the month of October as well. So especially if you look too much to the past, or where you find guilt and shame and a sense of regret over past actions and versions of yourself that you don't recognize as being you anymore. So there's something here about you not giving too much energy also to what was, because if you do so, there's a huge tendency to also hinder the good progress that is indicated here. Is the sense that if you get yourself too much into that web of the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Wands and the Devil that take you back to, again, your bad choices, your bad habits, your bad thoughts, your bad experiences, whatever it is that you still, overcoming, and you are actually overcoming something quite negative successfully, but it is this sense of, it's still a very sensitive, almost fresh wound there. So don't go unnecessarily touching it yet, because it's still very sensitive. Again, it's not something that you are immune to, you know what I mean? So you're building up your defenses against whatever it was, but it's taking a while. And in the meantime, the focus here is on the now and on the future. Where do you want to go? Who do you want to be with? What do you want to build? And I feel like whatever you start doing in the month of October, it's very promising, very, very promising. And if for those of you that already started, like it's in this development stages and you're wondering about it, it's also moving into a very prosperous direction. Now, I do feel like for some of you, as you're rising here, as you're shining in your true colors, there might be here some, naysayers in the path. It might come to your knowledge certain energies of betrayal here, or just of jealousy and envy that it's being put into you or into your life. It's almost like you're acknowledging that not everybody also here is a part of this journey. Not everybody's gonna like this new improved version that you're embodying, that you're becoming. So there are necessarily things again that go back to that past energy, where people that feed from your weakness, people that feed from your shadow, people that feed from your worst side, your lowest it's like people that have been kind of used to see you in the low, and they feed from that. So seeing you doing the opposite, seeing you shining, seeing you strong, seeing you confident, obviously can create here a reaction that can be a little bit upsetting. But I do feel that you're realizing, you're acknowledging who is important, who is good for you, who is going to help you in this path, who is going to give to you in this path, not who's going to take. Some of you Libras are very, very accustomed to those that take but don't give anything, that take from you ongoingly, that again put you... I feel like there are Libras here that are used to relationships that put you ongoingly in this energy of postponement, of postponement again, of achieving of your glory, achieving of your success, achieving of your goals, achievement of your happiness, is those that want to directly or indirectly preventing you from getting there. And there's many ways in which this can express itself, and obviously it's not going to be for all of you. This behavior does not come in obvious ways. It's in a very manipulative kind of energy, where people want to see you, bound to their own desires over you. And unfortunately, with the Devil and the Seven of Cups, you're coming out of a tendency to attract souls that don't want the best things for you. Now, the good news is you do have here the Two of Cups. For some of you also, there's this thing that you might actually be building a relationship that is very different from all those previous ones, where that toxicity has been the dominant trait of the relationship. So you might be actually, because the Two of Cups in the center of your reading, you might be actually meeting someone and building a future with this person, planning on building something with this person. And the fact that you have found love, the fact that you are in a really good, supportive relationship or friendship connection, is upsetting here. The past, it's almost like this feeling of those ghosts in your past, that are still trying here to haunt you, and they can't really do so effectively. So there's this strong reaction, because I feel like some of you Libras are dealing with one or two at least elements here. So one or two people that have themselves created this huge attachment and codependency towards you. So you're turning the game, right? You're turning the turning tables is that once you free yourself from their power, they realize that they also are bound to you and enslaved by you. So there's this dynamic that can be very tricky also occurring, where as you are getting to know someone or deepening a connection you are in, you have those past lovers, friends, family members that just cannot take that. They cannot take the fact that you're effectively moving on and actually doing so into something very good and very healthy, especially for Libras that are dealing here with earth sign influences or fire. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influences, or Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius once. I do feel like for those of you that are already established in a very loving connection, there might be a lot of activity in this relationship where you and your partner want to October forward just continue to give each other a lot of support and promote actually quick changes in the family, in the household, with the children, if you don't have, as in whatever you as a couple want to set as with shared goals. There's something here about shared goals. Being in a relationship, love relationship, or being in a business partnership or even a friendship, there's just something I hear about, let's do it, let's go for it, let's promote effective changes in our lives that leads to the Six of Wands, that leads to success, that leads to prosperity. It could also be that you want to promote just positive changes in your family and the household itself. So you and your closest one is almost like you're almost like working together to come to a successful end, into something that involves finances, legacy, or just the building here of what you and those that are helping you see as ultimately the holy grail of, satisfaction and fulfillment and shared fulfillment. And as I said, I feel like for those of you that have business ideas, it is definitely the time to set yourself to do something about those. So don't let it just be, in the thought realm, in the spectrum of possibilities. Actively do something about your money-making ideas, business ideas. For those of you that already are in business, you can be thriving in ways that you yourself don't expect. So I want to wish all of you Libras a very abundant and happy solar return. For those of you that have just celebrated or that you're still going to, I really wish you have a beautiful solar return. Again, if you would like to have a personal reading, just contact me or check the info in the description box. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.